Hello everybody, my name is Anthony, and today we're playing Dwarfs Forbidden Gold on itch.io. The description of it says, in Dwarfs Forbidden Gold, you need to help a little creature called Dworf to build a rocket ship to outer space. Click the Forbidden Gold, build an automatic suction machine, and let the Dwarfs do the rest. Why forbidden? That question is not allowed. So, without further ado, let's just get in here. I don't know anything about this game other than I just saw it and thought it might be a little interesting. So, let's see. Our little dwarfs in here at the bottom. Looks like they're getting inside of some sort of vehicle. The floor just gave out below them. I do like the simplicity in the graphics. Kind of reminds me of like a GNORP epilogue a little bit, except it has a little more character with the design. Make it a little bit unique. This is a dwarf. They seek forbidden gold for thousands of years. They are not very smart, but they do their best. Help them by collecting some of the forbidden gold. You can move with the BSD or by dragging right click. Okay, mouse wheel in and out. Okay, sounds good. And so we click, and it appears to go down inside the hole. See, it says -1, -1, -1. So am I able to drag it? Let's see, build a suction machine. Okay, looks like it does it automatically. That's kind of cool. Yeah, this really does kind of feel like a GNORP epilogue, so it has its own little identity with it. So it looks like it's filling up. You can go up to 20. You gain more space, so it has to go and deliver it first, which makes sense. Kind of curious to see what kind of upgrades we're going to be getting. So yeah, dwarf driver needs some help. Click on the deposit train. Okay, yep, get a guy. Okay, so see, we have employed dwarfs up here, and we have our forbidden gold. Okay. Let's see. So picks it up one by a time and he delivers it one at a time. Okay. Let's see, what's this dwarf home? Let's see, build a ranged miner's house. Okay. So looks like that's how we get kind of our units. So let's see. Moving immediately. Let's see what you got. So there's a couple different upgrades we got here currently. So it seems. Let's do a faster suction. I'm gonna turn this down to a pinch. Feels very sharp in my ear, which isn't bad. We'll get that going. I think it's always better to have faster transportation since I can click pretty fast at the moment. So yeah, let's I'll let this run a couple cycles and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just let it run one cycle. I upgraded the truck. Now it has 30. It goes a little bit faster, and I think I upgraded this guy over here. I'm not quite sure if I did or not. But it looks like we have 46. That's going to be enough to buy a ranged hut. And then we also can be able to upgrade this for more dwarfs. So let's say we get 2. That's kind of nice. So now I can get a ranged and miner. So let's go ahead and do that. I also see right here it says it's available on Steam. We also got the Discord. So it's kind of nice. I'll leave the links to both the itch and the Steam in the description if you want to see more of it. So yeah, we're just going to kind of let this do its thing. Let it truck along. These games are always kind of interesting. I like them. The part that I typically don't end up liking is when you get to the skill tree kind of section, where you have to customize your build and you have to do a little bit of math and figure out, oh, is this the best option to do or is this not the best option to do? That's the part that I don't like about some of these games, is having to figure out the correct pathways to go. Which so far we haven't gotten to that yet because we just started this one. That would just be kind of a word I would give is if you are planning on making one of these games, if you're able to make it to where you have a lot of interesting paths, of course, but maybe make it in a way that might be able to get through to the end or close to it, or make it a little bit obvious. Like, I know some people probably like having the idea of, oh, well, I think this is probably gonna be the best spot. I think this is, you know, you have to do a little bit of the math and figure that out because at the end of the day, these games typically have a little bit of the more number of people playing them because, oh, you know, this is 10%, 15% right there, 50% for this. You kind of have those kind of people who might crunch the numbers and enjoy doing that. But if you have to kind of have a PhD in order to beat the game, that's kind of annoying. But this one so far, it seems really peaceful, really nice. It's going slow as you typically do, so I might just go ahead and let it keep going. There's no point in not. I think this is probably where our bottleneck's at right now is a suction machine. We don't necessarily need more people just yet. We need to get this lower. So I'm gonna do that. Now let it go. I'm not sure if he's necessarily, okay, no, he's the miner. I don't think that he's necessarily helping out in any way for this thing. The machine does it all itself. So there we go. We got that going. Now the question is, let's see. Okay, by 1. The question I have is it more worthwhile? No, definitely not. This is definitely going a whole lot faster with these guys right here. So we got 2 of them. So I think it's definitely going to be upgrading this guy over here. I think we get the faster suction. Let's see. Decreases the recharge time of the suction machine by 20. I mean, I guess anything that's going to help that out. Get this. And then I think after that, we might want to even look at doing a capacity. That's a lot faster now. Look at that. So, looks like it goes in 10s. Let's see, what do we got over here for this guy? Faster miners, stronger arms. So, we might want to look at doing the stronger arms for him. What's next? Dwarf house. So, I also wonder what these dwarf houses are. Is the dwarf houses just these? I mean, that does say dwarf home on it. The laboratory, okay. So, that's not too expensive. We'll get that here in a second. Yeah. I'm going to build that and see what's over here. Higher hardness. Enhances the forbidden gold's hardness, increasing the rock resistance by 5. And the space taken by each gold nugget and its value by 2. So, okay, so it's 5 times harder to mine. And the space taken by each gold nugget and its value by 2. So, does that mean it is harder to mine and also it takes a little bit more space, but it has bigger value? I feel like it'd probably take up less space. I don't think it necessarily is wording that clearly, but I feel like that's what I would probably want it to be. Take up less space for it, huh? So, instruct your dwarfs to become an alchemist. Buff dwarfs or enhance the value of the forbidden gold. Okay, interesting. I think we definitely want to get this first and see what happens there. I don't think we need an alchemist in order to make that happen, do we? Okay, so yeah, I see. You see that number at the bottom? Hardness of the forbidden gold represents the amount of damage you need to do in order to obtain a nugget. Okay. And we're starting to go up like crazy. So let's see. The noise, it has a frequency to it that is quite, it itches my brain in a way that I don't necessarily like. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it feels like it's something on the higher end of the noise. It's not bad itself. It feels like it's a little high, a little sharp, a little something there. More capacity. I'm going to go ahead and let this run for a little bit, and I'll come back when I have more gold to actually show something about it. Okay, let this run for just a little bit. We're going to hire an alchemist just to see what ends up happening. I see this has blue, so I don't know what the blue effect is. I don't know if that's going to be a buff that he gives to someone or what. Just tossed it on himself. Okay. And over here, there is the cathedral for 100. So we're going to buy that. We'll see what happens here. Okay, so this is click damage. Okay, so that's actually really nice. Is that faith? Faith. Okay, cool. Unemployed dwarfs gain faith every 3 seconds. Okay, neat. So that increases their click damage and such, which that's kind of unintentional. So I did hire a couple more dwarfs just because I wanted to get a couple more miners because I see what this is. So when they do 3.4. When this relapse is over, so it's 1.6. You think it'd go a little bit more, but no. When this resets, it ends up resetting the entire thing back to 5. So I think I see why you'd want to increase toughness potentially. So that way, if you get their damage up higher, you might as well benefit from it, because being 3.6, if it was just at 1, then it wouldn't really do much. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is, since we have the cathedral, I'm going to go ahead and do my click damage. This is just a little bit higher, but that's fine. Let's see. I guess we could look at doing faith up. So you don't know what this blue stuff is just yet. And we also have a couple of these houses. We got 300 house right here, which I feel like that's just going to be this so we can hire more people. There is one other thing. Power drill house over here for 5, E3, an observatory. Okay. And a fireworks silo. And I think that's going to be it. I think this is, yeah, it just keeps going on. So it's sending me back now. So, okay. Is there anything else? Nope, there's nothing else over here. Okay. This game is like an early access. So I am kind of curious to see what these other classes are here. It says it's going to be released maybe in November. So with it being August right now, we still got a couple more months away. I think this has a lot of promise, has a lot of character, a lot of charm. I think that we could actually see this being a pretty decently sized game if he plays his cards right, depending upon what he has for the future for it. So, yeah, I think since these are going to take me quite a while to get to, and I don't know how exactly how exciting it's going to be with just the limited amount of stuff that's in it at the moment. I think I'm going to end the video right here. If you want to see this game come to fruition and potentially see like more of what it's going to have to offer, add to your wish list. Coming on Steam, so yeah, you can wish list it, and you know, I think it will be out before you know it, and it'll be an enjoyable experience, just like all the other games of this genre. I think if you are craving more, this one has a strong potential to give you more of what you're gonna want. So yeah, my name is Anthony. Until next time, see ya.